Just check out that sky. You know I love a good shot, sky shot. Look how beautiful it is today. Look at that. Look at those clouds. God is good, y'all. God is good. Perfect. Perfect day. Before I move on to the next step, I'm going to check the time and see how I'm progressing, because I might have to stop and there might have to be a part 3, but that's okay. Look, as long as I get it done and I have my raised bed up and running, I'm happy. So since it's just little old me doing it, so I have to take my time and do what I can as I can. So, but I'm just too happy with these leaves. Thank you, brother-in-law. And I'm also happy that I didn't find a snake or some little critter in there. Okay, so let's get going. Okay, you guys. This is a big moment because I will be using my very own compost that I've been working on for over almost a year now. So I'm going to use my own compost here. You see me come out here, oops, and add things over the months. You've seen me turn it. So now, I'm going to use the part I'm trying to get down there where it's really decomposed. That's what I want, because the stuff that's on top is probably stuff that I just put in there recently. Not probably, it is. So I want to get down to the bottom. That rich compost that's been in there for a long time. But just the fact, matter of fact, I'm gonna get a glove and move this part here. It's actually very clean. Believe it or not. Can you hear me say that? What I'm doing, and I hope you can see, we get a better spot. Okay, I'm just gonna take those larger pieces that are not completely decomposed, because this is gonna be my layer right before I put on my good soil in the raised bed. So these pieces that I just recently put in there that's not completely decomposed, I got a lot of that already down deep in the raised bed. What I want is the compost. So I'm gonna just put it in the little bag that my husband gave me. So these larger pieces, but see, like the eggshells and all that stuff and the bananas, I'm gonna let that go. Yeah, all of that, but I just wanted to get rid of some of those bigger pieces. What I really want to get to is what's deep down in there that's been decomposing over the months, right? I want to get to that. And what I tell you, smells good. There's no rancid smell here. No rancid smell. It begins to smell rancid. What I do is I will open it up and let the air hit it. I'll let the sun hit it. You know, let it get some oxygen, let it get some sunshine. I will start, so you can, I know you see what I'm doing, but let's see. I don't know why I feel like you need to see my face when I talk. There we go. Woo! Sorry, guys. But I just feel like it wasn't a good idea. Let's leave it alone. Okay. But when my compost begins to turn rancid, or it begins to smell foul, I will start working on it. I will add more carbon, or because if I have too many greens in there, it begins to smell kind of poopy smelling. Or if I have too much of one thing, or if it's not getting enough sun, not getting enough water, all those things matter. So my own compost. I really want to get to the bottom here. That's what I want. I want to get to the bottom that's been here a while. That's what I want. But you know what? If I don't get down there today, I'll get down there later on, because I will be adding, like I told you earlier in the video, I will be adding more raised beds. So I'll need more compost. Trust me. So now I just thought about it. I gotta collect more leaves and more plant waste for my other raised beds. Come on out. Try not to tear my compost bin. There we go. It takes a while for eggshells to break down, but man, this looks good. This looks really good. I'm gonna go ahead and take this load right now. Okay, you guys, I just wanted you to get a look down there in my compost bin. This is the compost that I have been working on for months, okay? All that fussing over my compost and telling you how good it smells and what I do to maintain my compost bin. This is the end result, and I am so pleased. Oh, gosh. And it smells, and look, it still smells good, y'all. It still smells good. Now, it does take a while for those eggshells to break down, but I'm not worried about that. Look at this. Throughout the months, this is what I've made here. Good, rich, homemade compost. This is coffee grounds. This is kitchen waste, banana peels, lettuce, and whatever greenery that I had that went bad. That's what went in here. Okay? Good, rich, homemade compost. I just wanted you to see you can do it, and it can be easy. And you don't have to do it on a large scale. You can do it on a small scale. I consider this small scale, if you ask me. This is just a 32-gallon garbage can that I drilled holes in. Okay, and then I also drilled holes in the top. And I just started collecting. Coffee grounds, eggshells, banana peels, any old tomatoes or old lettuce or anything that I had. and garden waste, leaves, cardboard. If I didn't have leaves for carbon, I used cardboard. Okay, I shredded it up. Okay, but that's my compost, y'all, and I am very happy, very pleased. I just wanted you to see that it is possible for you to make your own compost, and it didn't take long. I say if you want to get started now. Get you a 32-gallon garbage can. Drill the holes in the top. Drill the holes on the side. Okay? Find you a good spot. There's holes in the bottom of this container also. I drilled holes in the bottom. You want those holes in the bottom, and then you put it in an area and leave it. If you have critters that come crawling up in the night or may knock it over, you have to get a lid that you can attach where they can't get in there. But I left the holes in the bottom so worms can get in there. You want the worms to get in there? Look, if I found a worm just crawling around on the ground, I'll throw him in there too so he can get to work. Okay? But this is what I was able to accomplish, and I just wanted you to show you that. All right, guys, let me keep going. You guys, I have to really tell you, today has been a fantastic gardening day. The Joy Garden is really bringing me joy today. It's the perfect weather conditions. I mean, I can hear the buzz throughout the neighborhood. Everyone is outside in their yards doing something, playing with their kids, doing some sort of activity, and I've been out here enjoying the Joy Garden. Okay, I'm using my own compost. I was able to use all those the garden material, the waste over there, and fill up my raised bed. It just all came together so perfect. I couldn't have planned it better. And this is, to me, is the piece de resistance. My own compost. Look at that. Look how rich. Look at this, y'all. Look, and it smells like nothing. It does not smell foul. It smells like, I can't even say it smells like fresh dirt. It doesn't have an odor. That means it's good, y'all. That's good decomposed compost. And I did it myself. So you can do it too. You can create your own compost bin. It's not hard to do. Now, in the beginning, you have to watch it. Don't put it near an ant pile. Don't let it get infested with anything, because then you'll have to scrap it and start over, because that's what I had to do. But as long as you keep it maintained, find a great area, make sure there's enough water, enough air, and then you add all those different elements. Like I said before, your greens, your browns, right? And like your kitchen waste, your coffee grounds and your eggshells and all that good stuff. And this, you can make your own black gold, okay? So I'm gonna continue to fill my raised bed, and then I'm going to have to call it a day. The next step will be to add a layer of good fresh raised bed soil, and I'll show you how I mix that up. And honestly, normally when I make my potting soil, my container mix or raised bed mix, I add manure. I may do it this time, I may not, because I already have good rich compost. Don't know if I should put manure in there or not, or I may use earthworm castings. I have a bunch of that. If you don't have manure, they say you can substitute and use earthworm castings. Just as an experiment, I might do that. I might just load it down with earthworm castings, my container mix. But we'll see. But it looks like there's going to have to be a part 3, you guys. But that's okay with me. I'm enjoying myself today. Let's just hope tomorrow will be just as nice, because I'm going to finish it up tomorrow and show you the raised bed finished, completely filled, and then I'm going to plant some new cabbage plants. I got stonehead cabbage plants. They are 67-day, so I think I have time to grow some more cabbage. I know I have a whole cabbage patch over there, okay? But I wanted to do it again. I wanted a second round. How about that? So I'm gonna finish up, you guys. All right? Okay, everybody, I have added the compost. And it was perfect. What I had in my compost bin, this is my compost, it was just enough. it was perfect to fill the raised bed. Let me back up a little bit. Here we go. There we have it. Now, like I said, it's gonna settle. And there's more to be done, but I may not get to it today, just to be totally honest. But I just wanted you to see how far I got. Look at this. All right, you guys. I'm gonna close it down in the Joy Garden for today, and I am hoping that tomorrow is just as nice as it was today, so I can finish out my raised bed. Oh, it's having a little trouble focusing because the light has gone down. But I just wanted you to see how far I got and how nice it looks. That's that good soil that I'm putting on top now. That's the good soil. That's the container mix or raised bed mix. Okay, on top of my compost, leaves and garden debris, garden waste. And we are moving, y'all. All right, you guys. See you tomorrow. Hello everyone, it's Natalie. Welcome to my channel, Find Joy in the Journey. It is day 3. I'm still in the process of filling my new raised bed. It's this L-shaped garden bed by Vegega. Okay, so the stage that we are now, as you can see here, I have added all the different layers. Right there, what you see is compost. That's my homemade compost. On this side, I've actually added some of the top layer with that good, rich, fertile raised bed soil. That's what we're going to be growing in. That's the layer that we will be growing in. I plan on filling it up to about 10 to 12 inches, hopefully. But I think we got a real good foundation with all the organic material that I have in there. The first layer is going to be cardboard. The second layer is the garden waste that I had collected over the months. Then we have a layer of dried leaves. And then that top layer that you see there, that is compost. And then we're going to top it off with good, rich raised bed mix. So that's what I'm in the process of doing now. I'm going to go ahead and get started because time's a wasting. All right, guys. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do it, which will be easier for me. I'll tell you what I did yesterday when I mixed up this part here. What I did is I took the wheelbarrow. I always like using the wheelbarrow. It's shallow, but it's just deep enough so I can just use my hand and mix up a batch of container mix or raised bed mix in this case. And I normally use some of my used soil. Then I add a portion of fresh potting mix and so on and so forth. So that's what I think I'll do. I did use this also. I would put the mix it in the wheelbarrow, and then I would put it in this because this little flexi tote works great. See, I can just put a little at a time, trying to save my back and my arm and everything. So, and then I would just dump it in like this. So that's what I think I'll do. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'll let you see me mixing up a batch right now. Get the gloves on and get going. My goodness. Okay, I'm gonna have to adjust the camera. All right. Sorry, you guys. A little shaky cam footage here. There we go. Here I am. Wow. I'm not going to even hold you. Miss Natalie turned the fan on. I have the fan in the garden. If you watched my channel before, during the heat of the summer, this is Louisiana, okay? See, got my tea. During the hottest points in summer, and I was out here in the garden doing something, I would literally put this little fan right here on me so it can, because it's humid. It's humidity. It's humid today. It was beautiful yesterday, but today is humid. I mean, it's still a beautiful day. The sky is clear and blue, and it's just humid. That's all. I mean, so I'm sorry. I just had to take a break. Man, I'm leaving it all on the field today. I'm leaving it all on the field. I'm gonna turn the camera around, let you see how far I've gotten. Look, this is what I'm doing. I know when I speed up the footage, you can't really see exactly what I'm doing. You just see me running around. But it's a process. I am not gonna let that good rich soil, used soil, sit over there and open up these brand new bags. No. Okay? I honestly feel I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4 whole brand new bags left. I bought them just in case. And of course I will need them later on, you know, when spring comes and, you know, I transition and everything from my fall garden to my spring garden. But no, did you hear me say winter? No. I'm not coming out here in the cold. I can't do it. Okay. So I want you to see my progress. Let's see here. This is what I was doing here. I'm just trying to get my wits. Okay. Ooh, this is running all over the place. Look, what I was doing, I was going over there. I have several totes. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I had 4 10-gallon grow bags and 1 20-gallon grow bag filled with soil. I emptied all of those, all but one 10-gallon grow bag. That one, the roots is, I don't know what I was growing in there, but the roots is just like, you can't get the soil out of there, so boop. I'm gonna leave that for later. But the ones where I was growing potatoes and maybe something that doesn't have a very complicated root system, I was able to easily get that soil out of there, and it was still fresh and moist. So because it had been raining a lot, remember? So we've had some dry days, but before this, it was raining constantly, so everything was really saturated. And those totes that were just sitting over there that didn't have any plants in them, and they were just sitting there, they were still good and wet. So I'll tell you what I was doing. I had to add a lot of peat moss, a lot more peat moss to that soil. But look at that. What do you think? Is that good? Okay. I had to add a lot more of the peat moss to that because it was so soggy. I had to, dry it up a little bit with the peat moss, and then I added the perlite, vermiculite, and the whole 9. And also, sometimes I use pine straw as filler in the bottom of my containers. And so I had to dump out the contents of that container, but try to hold on to those wet pine needles at the at the bottom, because I don't want to get that mixed in with my soil. So I had, you'll see me like throwing little pine needles out the way. There's still a few here and there, but for the most part, I got all those little pine needles. I don't want that in here. I just don't. I just like good. See, I like this. I want the whole top 12 inches to be like this. Yes. And I've added lots of good fertilizer. I had a really good fertilizer. Uh, it was an all-purpose fertilizer. I'm just going to tell you, it's a 1257. I don't care. It'll work itself out. Let me tell you a little something about plants. Plants is only going to take what it needs. Did you know that? That the plant is going to take what it needs from the soil. Okay, and this is all good stuff. I'm not over, fertilizing it or whatever. It's slow release fertilizer. So it's going to release the nutrients slowly over time. Okay? So we good. Okay. Okay. I hate to keep running my mouth, but I just want to. I'm gonna before I get back to work, and you guys, I'm gonna finish this today. There will not be a part 4. Okay. I just wanted you to see what I'm mixing. You didn't get a chance to actually see me mix it and put in all the ingredients, but I've showed you before, and a lot of you guys know how to do this. I was just letting you join me in my process while I'm going through it. And so it looks pretty good. I'm going to turn the camera around so you can actually see the raised bed and see how far I've progressed. And actually, I think I'll show you the level, the area on the raised bed where I want the level of soil to be. See, and over time it will get packed down. Okay, so let's do that real quick. Let me get up and turn the camera around. All right, here we go. Just get your whole wide angle shot. That's the soil that I've been mixing in the wheelbarrow. And like I said before, what I do is I take used soil and then I mix it with some of that fresh soil over there. And I did add some composted cow manure, just a little. And then the fertilizer, the peat moss, vermiculite, and perlite. Okay? But just look at it. That's pretty nice, huh? And you can see what level it's at, right? It's right before that little notch, right before the top screw. I want to go past this level right here. I want to go here, all the way around. So let me quickly just pan slowly so you can see. I'm doing pretty good, huh, you guys? There we go. We're almost there. All right. I am well pleased with what I have going on here. This is good. Look, I'm not going to lie to you. It's not easy because it's a lot of work. But I feel like once you do this heavy work, then you can get to the real fun part, which is just planting those transplants and dropping seeds. But you got to do the hard part first, and then you can take it easy. Okay? Let me get back to it. I was actually using a pitcher. I had this little plastic pitcher and I was using that. But you know what? I'll do a little of it with the shovel. I wanted to make sure it was mixed well. So I took my time and mixed it by hand best as I could. I hope I'm keeping it in a good spot where you can see. It looks great. Just where, even at this level where it is now, it looks so good. I'm trying to decide, okay, because it's going to need, I think, a few more inches. I'd say maybe three more inches to get it to where I want. And like I said, and look, it's pretty packed down too. But that's just me packing it with my hand. Okay, not bad, not bad. So there's plenty more used soil, but I think I might just go ahead and take a few bags of that fresh soil and just kind of sprinkle it on top, and then go in and mix it again. Because see, all this part is already treated with the perlite and, amended with the perlite and the vermiculite and peat moss and all of that. Plus, that's a potting mix. That's not just plain potting soil. You got to remember that. That is organic potting soil. So it has lots of rich nutrients, organic nutrients. And so I could just go over the top with just those bags of potting mix. And that would save me a lot of time, because it's just several steps to go get the used soil, bring it over here, separate it, and then mix it. And I think I put in a lot of work today. So I think what I'll do now is just go ahead and top it off with a couple of bags of the fresh potting mix. Let's see. Let's see if I can do that without breaking my back. It will save me time too. Because like I said, it takes so many steps to go over there and get that used soil and rework it. I mean, I'll do it, you know. I like using my used soil, but I think just to save me time, because the days are so much shorter, you got to get out here and do what you can. Let's see. That's the first bag. Okay. The second bag. When I brought in the bags, I tried to put them as close as I could to where I wanted them. Oh. Yes. That is much faster, isn't it? But I tell you what, just these bags by itself wouldn't have made it if I hadn't placed that first foundation of used soil and fresh soil mix. You know how many bags that it would have taken me to fill this thing up? So this is nothing compared to what it would have been. So I'm gonna give you a quick look at this where I've just added that fresh soil. Let you see that from this angle, and then I'm gonna get to work, and then when I come back, it will be a done deal. Okay, so basically I just took 3 bags of that fresh potting mix, and then I'm gonna work it in by hand, and that'll be it. I think it'll be at the level where I want it to be. All right. Okay, let me get to work. All right, you guys. We are done. All I'm doing now, I've already spread out the soil and got it to the height that I want it. And now I'm just kind of mixing in a little blood meal and bone meal. It's organic. Just at that top layer there. Blood meal and bone meal. That was the last thing that I sprinkled on there after everything was said and done. I'm just using this little tool here just to kind of spread it around. I love this. It's by Burpees, and it's organic bone meal, organic blood meal, and it looks so different. Especially the bone meal. It looks so different from what I'm used to. That I was kind of like taken aback, but okay, it's good and it's organic. And I keep saying organic because when you use organic fertilizers, it won't burn your plant. So that's good. That's a good thing. I'm trying to use a lot of organic fertilizers. I do use water-soluble fertilizer, which is synthetic, but for the most part, I'll turn you towards me so you can see me. Oh yeah. She's done. She is done. You see the sky behind me? It's still a pretty day. I know it's all dark and and ominous, but you know, at this time of day it starts getting dark anyway. That's why I was hurrying and doing as much as I could to finish. I'm done, you guys. I am done. I wanted to get it done. I didn't want to prolong it. I did come out here late in the day, but yet and still, it's a done deal. My raised bed is finished, you guys, and I am too excited. And I love the size of it. I love the size of it. Just think about the setup. You know, you guys are gardeners, or you're thinking about gardening, but just imagine this area. You can plant certain things here. You can you have your beans here. Okay, then you got your peas over here. You may do some squash here. No, you know what? I don't know if you're supposed to plant squash by your peas or your beans, but I'm just giving you an example. Just look at the room. Look at the square footage I have. I love this raised bed. Thank you, Vegega. Okay, I purchased this myself. It wasn't given to me. Okay, this is my purchase. This is my early Christmas gift to myself. So, Merry Christmas, Natalie. And do you see my cute little flag? All right, you guys. I thought I was going to be able to plant something today, but I don't think so. I'm going to go ahead and call it a day. But we did it, y'all. Thank you for coming along with me on my journey. So I'm going to sign off now. I wanted to go ahead and plant something. You know what? I'll still have a little daylight. What if I drop a few, I have a few collards. Let's do that. Let's drop some collards. Okay, you guys. I went and got my collards. These are some Georgia collards that I had. So I went and got my Georgia collards. I'm gonna go ahead and christen the bed. right, you guys. Here we go. Who's in the bed? This is fun. See, that's another thing. See how I'm having to bend over? I don't have to bend over far, okay? But that's another reason why I wanted sort of kind of a narrow raised bed, because I didn't want to have to bend over and hurt my back trying to get into the middle of the bed. But the way this is set up, this is perfect. Okay? This is actually perfect. All right, you guys. I have christened the raised bed. All right. Make sure it's in there. Good. And that's what I wanted. I wanted to be able to just lean over just a little bit here and work at the bed. That's why I was hesitant to get one that was too wide, where you're trying to reach over in the middle. I've seen some that are the long rectangular shaped ones, and I thought this is perfect because guess what? I can just do my gardening around the outer part of the bed and around the inner part of the bed. This is perfect. So, you guys, I love my raised bed. I'm extremely pleased with it. And I just christened it. And like any Southern girl, it was Georgia College that I christened my raised bed with. Huh? How about that? All right, you guys.